Okay, so this is the another way to explain the analytics pyramid, where you can see the descriptive analytics at the bottom, and then predictive in the middle, and prescriptive at the top. And similar to the other pyramid that we saw in decision making, descriptive analytics, of course, there's more to it. There's more information, and as you go up the pyramid, the information is not as abundant, but is maybe more critical, more meaningful, better insights for management. So getting more into detail at each level, descriptive analytics as a repeat set of techniques that describes what happened in the past, right? The sales for last week. So what are the techniques that we can use in descriptive analytics? If we have a database, we can run queries against the database, reports. We can also use statistics. So descriptive statistics, the mean, mode, median, all of those statistics, they describe the data. Another way to describe the data is via visualizations. So dashboards, charts, things of that nature. Another one is in the data science area, what is called unsupervised learning. So cluster analysis is one, correlation is another. And we're going to learn these techniques later in the course. And these are techniques to understand the data. And maybe the last one, I'm sure there are more, is spreadsheet models. Using Excel or any other spreadsheet, just doing visualizations there, and the various formulas that you can use in spreadsheets, you can describe the data. Here's an example of cluster analysis. As you can see, we have identified 3 clusters. Now, what is an example of this? This can be maybe the customers of a company, and the company wants to analyze how their customer base is similar or not from a geography perspective, as an example. So here what we found is that from all the customers that they have, it may be thousands, there are 3 clusters. So one set of customers, you see the red circle, one set of customers are in the red geography, others are in the blue, and others are in the purple geography. That would be one criteria of cluster analysis. Another criteria might be from a profitability perspective. Like most companies, they don't make the same money on all the customers all the time. So they might want to analyze their customer base and determine how many categories of customers do we have based on profitability. And here, if that's what they're doing in this analysis, here it would be, we basically have 3 categories. We have customers that we make over $1 million, other group of customers that we make maybe around $500,000, and others that we make less than $100,000, as an example. The idea is that you are creating groups of customers so you have a better understanding of your customer base or any data that you are going to analyze. And this is one way to describe the data so you have a better idea. Correlation is also used in descriptive analytics. And as you can see, the first chart is where there is a positive correlation. So maybe, the more you exercise, the faster you get. A negative correlation would be the inverse. Maybe, the less water you take, the more dehydrated, you are, and you're losing weight, right? So you take less water, you're losing weight. because you are dehydrated. So that would be a negative correlation that both go down. And the first one, they both go up. And the last one is where there is no correlation. There's no relationship. You can think of things that just are not related to each other. That would be no correlation. Now, the important note to take here is that sometimes as managers, we think there is correlation of whatever we're analyzing. Let's say we run ads on a billboard on the freeway, and we think the more billboards we run, the more sales we're going to have, because we think our customers drive on the freeway frequently. So now we start advertising maybe for 1 week, and then we stop, and then a couple of weeks later we advertise for 2 weeks, and then we stop, and so on and so forth. And then we do the analysis of sales, and we found that no matter how much we advertise or not, we sell the same. So in that case, advertisement on a billboard had nothing to do with sales. Why? That's the next question, right? Maybe because our customers don't drive on the freeway. Maybe because the billboard is not getting their attention. Or maybe because it just doesn't matter. If I see an ad on Amazon on a billboard, I don't think it's going to change my purchasing behavior. So there's a lot of, now we're talking marketing, right? There's a lot of aspects in any analysis and the context. So moving on to predictive. As we said earlier, predictive is using past data to predict the future. As an example, this customer is going to leave. It looks like this customer is going to leave us in a couple of weeks or in a couple of months. So what can we do, right? Now, the techniques to do predictive analytics, one is regression in statistics. Now we're moving into the more technical stats topics. Time series analysis is also statistics or data science. It can be studied from two different perspectives. Supervised machine learning, okay, and we're going to talk about this later on in the course. And simulation. Simulation is also under statistics, and that's building a model using probabilities, right? So different techniques that can be used to predict the future. The last one, prescriptive analytics, the course of action. What are we going to do when this customer is about to leave us? Like the example that I gave in Las Vegas, they give them, $50 extra, and they discover that, yes, they can keep the customer a little bit longer. But in the case, in a different situation, like a subscription-based business, you are a customer that pays on a monthly basis a subscription. How can we keep you? Not for another week, but how can we keep you for a while? So that would be what prescriptive analytics brings to the table. And one last note on prescriptive analytics. It can give you a forecast or a prediction, right? Not a decision, okay? So a predictive model is going to tell you this customer is about to leave soon. So it's a forecast, it's a prediction, but it's not a decision, right? The decision is for the business person to decide what are they going to do, knowing that this customer is likely to leave us, okay? So that's the predictive side. The prescriptive is a predictive model combined with a rule. So now we know this customer is about to leave, and we are going to do the following to prevent that customer from leaving. Okay? So prescriptive models, they need a rule, or a set of rules, and those are called rule-based models. Okay? because maybe we want to do something else. Okay, so the rule has to do with management decisions and various things, but that's what the prescriptive side is. Other examples of prescriptive analytics, portfolio models. There's a lot of that going on in finance, supply network, in operations research, but maybe more closer to us as consumers, and something that we do on a weekly basis maybe is price markdowns. It can be in retailing, when you go to the mall, something is on sale. Why is it on sale? Probably it's a result of a prescriptive model that is indicating to management, this is what you should do to move this merchandise, okay? Or in the airlines, you see that all the time. People say it's really bad idea to ask the person sitting next to you how much they paid for the ticket, the same ticket that you pay for, right? You're going to the same destination, because chances are that person paid something different. You hope you pay less, but maybe it's the opposite, right? And in hotels, the same. They do this active pricing that is based on models, and is based on demand, and is based on predictive models that they predict demand is going to go down, so now they need to lower prices to increase demand and keep that balance going. This is the end of this module. Please take a look at that video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much.